everyone, welcome to DIVYA GANITHA. In this video, let us discuss the solution of Kcet 2025. Now, let's get started. In this problem, we have to find which of the following is not correct. Now, let us check the options. We clearly know that sin n pi value is 0. Therefore, sin 2 pi as well as sin of minus 2 pi both will be equal to 0. Similarly, this one is also correct because sin 4 pi and sin 6 pi both values are equal to 0. Coming to the option C, tan 45 degree which is 1 that is equal to tan of minus 135. Tan of minus 315 degree. So minus can be taken out which will be minus tan 315 degree. We know that tan 315 can be written as tan of 360 minus 45 and which lies in the fourth quadrant. Therefore, it becomes minus of minus tan 45. Therefore, again its value will be 1. Therefore, this is also a true statement. Coming to option D, cos 5 pi which is minus 1 and cos 4 pi is 1 which are not equal. Therefore, this is not correct. Answer is option D. Now, let's move on to the next problem. In this problem, they have given the value of cos x plus cos square x which is equal to 1. And we have to find the value of sin square x plus sin power 4x. Now, let us shift this cos square x. Then, we get cos x is equal to 1 minus cos square x which is nothing but sin square x. Therefore, the value of sin square x is nothing but cos x. If we substitute the value, sin square x will be cos x plus sin power 4x will be cos square x which is nothing but 1 which is given in the question. Therefore, answer is option A 1. In this problem, we have to find the mean deviation about mean. For that, first let us find the mean. To find the mean, add these numbers. Then we get 4 plus 7, 11 plus 8, 19, 28, 38, 50. So the total will be 80. Divided by number of terms which is nothing but 8. Therefore, the mean is 10. The mean deviation about mean is nothing but summation mod xi minus x bar divided by n. Therefore, we have to subtract each term by 10. Then we get 6 plus 3 plus 2, 1, 0, 2, 3 and 7. We are subtracting each number by 10 and whole divided by number of terms that is 8. If we add the numerator which is 24 by 8, therefore mean deviation about mean is 3. That is again option A. Now let's move on to the next problem. In this problem, they have given the random experiment having 5 outcomes omega 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. They have given the probabilities of omega 1, omega 2, omega 4 and omega 5 where omega 3 is missing. And the probability of omega 2 and omega 4 are given as A and B. Then we have to find the value of omega 3. For that, we know that sum of the probabilities of the outcomes is always equal to 1. That is, if we add the probabilities, let us assume the probability of omega 3 is C. So, C plus B plus 1 by 12 which is equal to 1. And also they have given another relation, that is 12a plus 12b minus 1 equal to 0. If we shift the term and simplify, then we get the value of a plus b which is equal to 1 by 12. So let us substitute the value. A plus b is nothing but 1 by 12. So c is equal to 1 minus 1 by 12 minus 1 by 12 minus 1 by 6. So 1 by 12 is this one and a plus b is again 1 by 12. If we simplify this, 1 minus 1 by 12 means it is 2 by 12 which is nothing but 1 by 6 and 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 means 2 by 6 or which is nothing but 1 by 3. So 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. Therefore, the probability of omega 3 is 2 by 3. That is option D. So this is again a problem related to probability. Here they have given a die which is not a common die. This die has 2 faces with 1 and 3 faces with 2 and 1 face has the number 3. Then we have to find the probability of getting 1 or 3. This is a very easy problem. There are 2 1 and 1 3. Therefore, probability of getting 1 or 3 will be 2 plus 1 divided by 6, which is nothing but 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. So the answer is option A, 1 by 2. So this is a problem related to relations and functions. They have given a set which has 3 elements A, B, C, and we have to find the number of equivalence relation. We know that equivalence relation is nothing but reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive. So for the relation being reflexive, the relation must always contain A, B, B and C, C. As the set has 3 elements, we must have the ordered pairs A, B, B and C, C. And they have already given one element, that is B, C. So for being this relation to be equivalence, we must have C, B. Then only it satisfies the symmetric condition. So this is one of the equivalence relation. Now, so we got one equivalence relation. Now let us check how many equivalence relation are there. For that, if we add any one term, let us add A, B. So now we have A, B, that means for the relation to be symmetric, we must have B, A, right? And we have A, B and B, C, then we must have A, C, because the relation should be transitive. As we have A, C, we must have C, A, which is nothing but a universal relation on the set A, B, C. Therefore, if we add any one of the term, we get all the elements, that is nothing but we get the universal relation. Therefore, there are only 2 equivalence relations which contains B, C. So the answer is option B. So this is a statement based problem. They have given 2 functions f and g. F of x is nothing but sin x and g of x is nothing but cos x. Both are defined from closed interval 0, pi by 2 to r. Then they have given the 2 statements f and g, both are 1, 1 and statement 2 is f plus g is 1, 1. Clearly we know that f and g both are 1, 1. But what about f plus g? Well, now let's check the value of f of 0. F of 0 is nothing but f plus g is actually sin x plus cos x. So f plus g of 0 will be equal to 1. Sin 0 plus cos 0, which is 1. If we consider f plus g of pi by 2, then sin pi by 2 plus cos pi by 2, which is 1 plus 0, again it is 1. So we are getting f plus g of 0, which is equal to f plus g of pi by 2. That means the function is not 1, 1. We are getting the same value for 2 different values. Therefore, the answer is statement 1 is true but statement 2 is false. That is option D. So, this is a problem related to inverse trigonometry. They have given secant square of tan inverse 2. We have trigonometric identity, that is secant square x can be written as 1 plus tan square x. Therefore, this can be written as 1 plus tan square of tan inverse 2. Similarly, cosecant square of cot inverse 3 can be written as 1 plus cot square of cot inverse 3. So, here tan and tan inverse will get cancelled. Similarly, cot and cot inverse will get cancelled. So, 1 plus 2 square plus 1 plus 3 square, which is nothing but 15. So the answer is option B, 15. So this is a direct question. They have given one of the properties of inverse trigonometric function, and we know that this property is satisfied only when 1 by root 2 less than or equal to x and less than or equal to 1. That is option C. This is again a problem related to statements. They have given two statements related to LPP. So let us check the statements. The objective function is always linear, which is a true statement. And statement 2 is linear inequalities on variables are called as constants. Again, this is a true statement. Therefore, the answer is both the statements are